started, getting real bad, and then Randy was getting ready to start doing things, and I'm like, whoa, Randy, that's not really where. Did you push? Are we live?
Yeah, so what did Randy do with the goat?
Well, I can't tell that story on air.
Man, you can't trust Randy around goats, man.
You can't, and
No,
well, certainly not after that incident. Anyway, but we're live now. We can't talk about that.
Okay, welcome everybody. We're live. Holy shit.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of live. We're pre-recorded. If you're watching this right now live or the premiere, it's going to be Saturday. We are recording on a Thursday
Yes.
because, well, frankly, Jason is available on Thursday. He just can't stand y'all's.
Not one of you.
No. But it's okay. I love you guys. So you guys can feed off of my love. Because tonight is going to be a very special episode, Jason McLean. Tonight's going to be our first official meeting. You have been recruited successfully into my Bigfoot Slayers group. I came up with a name. I finally landed on a name. It's going to be called BS of A. Bigfoot Slayers of America.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Before we start,
Solid.
give us your introductory speech. Give us your introduction as the newest proud member of the Bigfoot Slayers of America.
Well, firstly, I appreciate you bringing me on this way because it was a while, but I went through the trials. We're good, right? I think I've proven to you that I can kill and dispose of a body, particularly something bipedal and large.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. A couple trials, but you saw my efficiency, and I appreciate you understanding the efficacy I can bring to this endeavor. So no. I liked actually your previous episode. Talking about the whole Gigantopithecus thing versus I know you're not a fan of the Gigantopithecus. You're a bigger fan of the Homo
erectus.
Sure, we'll go with that. I know you're a fan of that. So I'm actually not of. I'm rather. How do I say this? I'm sort of agnostic on that. As far as is it maybe something from the genus Homo? Is it a primate?
Erectus.
Think Okay. I'm really agnostic on that because I think it's probably definitely a primate. But if it's, is it really Gigantopithecus? Like I said, I like pointing out that something like Gigantopithecus existed in the fossil record. Like we have evidence that there were primates at large. My problem with how a lot of people do Gigantopithecus as the big claim is we only have fragments of the mandible, right, the lower jaw. And here's the thing. We don't even have that much. Like that's a reconstruction. And when you look at what we actually have, they're like, well, it looks the most like an orangutan, so it's probably related to the orangutan. And I think they're probably right. But the problem is when you get something that large, sorry about that. It's now spring-ish here, and so everything's starting to come back to life and want to kill me.
You are an allergy machine.
I really am.
You are a walking bundle of allergies, my friend.
Doesn't matter how many drugs I take. Anyway, so even if we give it the idea that it should look like just an oversized orangutan jaw, which I'll give it to them. I'm not 100% on it. I'm also not necessarily convinced that we know enough from just that jaw that whether it was bipedal or quadrupedal or anything like that. Now, the argument is if it was bipedal, the edges of the jaw would flare out. And that's not an unreasonable thing. So that's why they're saying, oh, it's probably quadrupedal. I'm not convinced that Bigfoot's actually truly a biped, right?
Oh, you don't think he's erect?
I don't think he is.
So you'd say he's more like he's sometimes erect, but also not erect.
Yeah, I think exactly. I think he's only sometimes erect. I mean, there's plenty of times when other primates walk fully erect. it's not their primary form of locomotion, but that's the thing, is we don't have enough information about Bigfoot to know if it's truly quadrupedal or truly bipedal. In fact, it looks like it may be in between. It may only walk erect when there's a reason to, right? And that it may actually spend a lot of its time quadrupedally.
But that Patterson Gimlin film, man, when you watch that, it was looking like, man, that thing's walking straight up like a human.
Yeah, not exactly. That's the thing. A lot of people who have gone through, kinesiologists have looked at it and said its body isn't moving like ours would. It's not just because people have actually tracked how the knee sort of functions. Because you watch the head, it's pretty straight all the way across. We go up and down, right?
Right.
There's a conservation of motion. It's moving more straight. Its head isn't bobbing up and down as much, and its knee seems to be bending in ways. It's not really a truly human gait.
Yeah.
And I think, given how often they stand up, like if someone comes across them unawares, they do stand up, and there's plenty of accounts of them being quadrupedal. If they don't know a human's nearby, where they're just walking on all fours, they're doing actual knuckle walking. Yeah,
they're not erect.
Correct. Yeah, not erect. And I think it's a good argument that you have. It's like if they're truly bipedal, then they may be in the genus Homo. Mm-hmm. Right. But I'm not convinced that they do walk erect. And again, it's not meaning as a primary form of motivation, locomotion, right? I think they are I think they obviously are capable of walking erect, but so are orangutans, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, when you look at an orangutan and it goes erect, I mean, chimpanzees and gorillas are the same way. They're almost like waddling, right?
Yeah, right.
Bigfoot wasn't waddling.
No, he wasn't waddling, which is why I'm not. Which again goes back to the whole. Let's go back to the Gigantopithecus. A lot of people have actually speculated that it was bipedal because of its size. That once you get that large, essentially, again, because here's the problem: we don't know because we don't have any of the other bones. There's nothing else outside this mandible that
we ain't got shit. We got nothing. Yeah.
So we don't know what kind of adaptations are needed for a primate of that size. For example, look at elephants or rhinos. They're very, very large. Their feet, if we were to reconstruct their feet and we didn't know what they looked like, they would look very weird.
Right.
Right. So unfortunately, if you don't, all of the reconstructions are based on modern orangutans. And it's possible that at that size, being fully quadrupedal would have actually been a detriment. So it's possible that it was more like a hybrid. It can walk bipedally for great distances, but then for more day-to-day stuff, it's back to, or if it's not having to move quickly, it's back to being a knuckle walker, right? Mm-hmm. There's that video from New York where what appears to be a mother, ostensibly, but at least an adult Bigfoot, and then the infant, or at least the younger juvenile, comes off of it and starts brachiating in the trees, right? And this kind of works with other. There's other mythologies of these smaller monkey-like creatures throwing things at loggers, right? It's entirely possible that some of these, that the juveniles are actually in the trees, sort of staying away from predators while the adults are gone. It would make sense since they are perhaps, again, closely related to the orangutan, that again, if they get big enough, they can't really be in the trees. Well, Jeff Stewart, right? Crypto Hulk. One of his stories, the thing was in the tree and it dropped down once it realized that he had sort of scared off any potential prey. And so it just drops down and walks off. So again, the arboreal nature of them lends towards something like an orangutan, which can still brachiate. That requires, some interesting shoulder morphologies. Like we can't brachiate. I mean, we can try. It's going to hurt us. So again, it may be that Bigfoot is sort of a hybrid, and meaning not a hybrid from a human and whatever, but rather because I know I'm not really sold on the whole miscegenation thing. But it's definitely a meaning that its form of locomotion may be more hybridized, not as specialized as say ours are,
or like a Homo
like a Homo
erectus.
So yeah, those are sort of my thoughts on it. But again, it goes back to we're here to kill them, right? And we got to know the enemy. Yeah,
that's why I brought it up in the previous episode, was because we have to understand these things if we're going to eradicate the ever-loving shit out of them.
Yes, yeah.
Because we are patriots.
Yes,
and we got to do our patriotic duty to wipe out that Bigfoot scourge. Those boogers, they have to go. And so
it feels like
I thought it would be very
sure,
I thought that's a word that was used by the where did that word originate from? That was from like
no
the
one
South,
really knows
right?
where.
Yeah.
Usually Appalachia is sort of where that is thought to originate, but it's a very southern term.
Let's just call it what it is: a redneck. It's a redneck term.
So okay, real quick, that's a rednecks and hillbillies are two very different things.
Are they different things? I thought
they're very different things. No, more like cousins, right? Like
kind of like the difference between like a Homo erectus and a Homo floresiensis, right?
Yeah,
One's a redneck, one's a hillbilly. Wait, I'm curious now. What's the difference between a redneck and a hillbilly?
Well, so largely it's location, but there are differences in lifestyle in general. I mean, they're not that different. Like I said, they're cousins, so there's a lot of overlap. But hillbillies are literally in the hills, right? They're deep woods. Rednecks, they're working the fields, in like
they're more
Texas
like working
South.
class. Yeah.
Well, so hillbillies are more isolated. Would probably be another way to look at it. They're
like feral people. Yeah.
Yeah, feral people. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more inbreeding than
cousin
rednecks.
Fuckers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Not wrong. Yeah.
So so I thought one of the best ways to dispatch the Bigfoot menace was to understand their physiology, their evolutionary history. Oh, I said a naughty word.
You did.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'll allow it.
Jason's not a big fan of classic Darwinian models of evolution. But that's a discussion for another time.
Another episode.
Yes. Anyway, so we have to kill them all.
Yes, of course.
Because I think one of the most important lessons of studying all of these other Homos, erectus, erecti, and Gigantopithecus is to highlight the fact that at the end of the day, we're the best.
Of course.
All right? Because at the end of the day, what are we doing this for, Jason? Why are we embarking on this endeavor to eradicate the booger menace? Is because we are, in fact, Team Homo sapiens, right?
Yeah.
And as members of Team Homo sapiens, we're loyal to our kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, that... I don't know.
We Homo sapiens, we got to stick together.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because we're the best.
Well, we clearly
homos.
are. Yeah, no, we clearly are. I just, your word usage there is a little weird, but okay, yeah, no, I mean, but we are, and there's other reasons, like you don't, that's a little off, but yeah, there's plenty of good reasons to want them eradicated, as we've talked about, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, we're in here, and this is what I'm for, and we're going to do this thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And we're just going to kill all those fucking boogers, man. Those piece of shit fucking boogers. They need to go.
Okay. You know,
what?
The way you're saying the B word, it feels...
Boogers?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable with how you're saying that. Particularly when juxtaposed with some of these comments about us being the best, like maybe
we're the best race. We're the human race.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely more technologically advanced, and there's different.
We came up with like Shakespeare and algebra and shit. Do you see like orangutans or chimpanzees.
Oh, of
coming up
course
with that
not.
shit?
No, of course not. But again, that's not really the reason we want to. Because I mean, not being able to come up with with math is not really a good reason to wipe something out. Because there's plenty of things that haven't come up with math. But
Remember that whole bit in the news that came out a few years ago where people were like, "Oh, chimpanzees have entered the Stone Age."
yeah,
And I'm just like, "Congratulations, you slow ass fucks. We beat you to it by hundreds of thousands of years, but congratulations."
yeah,
fucking
particularly
inferior
millions if you go by
species.
that logic. Yeah, I
We're
mean,
the best homos.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, just the way you used the B word, just it felt. I don't know. It felt a little off, maybe a little racist-y. Particularly when you put it with all this other language.
Well,
I just-
Jason McLean, I don't think you got the full message, the full moral of why we do this, right?
Right,
We are
okay.
here as members of the founding fathers of the Bigfoot Slayers of America.
right,
because-
down with that. Whoa,
We're Team Homo sapien, baby. We're racist for humanity. Those fucking boogers need to go.
uh,
They need to fucking
That-
die, those fucking boogers.
oh, whoa,
Can't
okay,
stand me,
that's
no boogers.
that feels really problematic, particularly that image. That's
Yeah. Fuck boogers.
Maybe I don't know. That feels.
Wait, what's your problem with this? I mean, you're on board with killing them,
Well,
right? We
yeah.
need to-
I mean, I
yeah.
am. I mean, we do need to wipe them out, but this
Yeah.
feels a little. But I mean that. I mean, not because I'm a racist. I mean, there's other reasons. There's valid reasons to get rid of these things, but I don't know that bringing this kind of vitriol is really helpful for the cause. I think it's going to throw some people off. I mean, it's a
You're
little.
not like a
uncomfortable.
booger lover, are you?
No.
race
Well, I
traitor.
mean, I wouldn't say it that way. I mean, can we call them like maybe Sasquatch Americans or something?
Oh, we got to get politically correct now. We got to call them Sasquatch Americans.
I'm just
I can't even
saying,
say that
maybe
word.
there's some some optics here. Are just they're not really resonating with me. It's a really uncomfortable kind of thing that you're saying here, man. I'm just saying, maybe
But don't worry, it's okay to be racist as long as we're not racist towards other Homo sapiens. You know, we're Homo sapien brothers.
Right, of course, yeah.
People in the chat watching here, they're all Homo sapiens.
I mean,
brothers
you're
and
making an assumption
sisters.
on that one, but sure.
Yeah, we're all on the same team here. We gotta stick together, baby.
Well, we
It's
do,
us
and yeah,
versus,
it is us versus them. But
Yeah,
I'm
those
just saying,
dirty
like again,
boogers.
there's plenty of valid reasons that we should, definitely get rid of them. But this feels a little, I don't know, racist-y, like not in a good, I know you're trying to make it as like good racism, and I don't know that.
Yeah,
that's
because I'm
really-
looking out for us. I'm looking out for our kind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is particularly like the Roman salute thing. This is feeling a little. Yeah, that's feeling a little hard here. Like this is.
But you
feeling-
still want to kill them all.
Well, yeah, I do. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of really, really very valid reasons
Yeah.
to go after Bigfoot and get them out of our country. Like I said, if it's in Canada, I don't care. They can work the maple syrup mines. But I mean, this feels like a little more personal to you. There's some bad. I'm just saying some bad optics here, man. I mean, I'm down for the cause, but this is. I feel like you're bringing something to the table here that's a little unnecessary for this.
I'm trying to advance our kind is what I'm trying to do.
I mean, yeah,
Our kind. We got to stick together, Jason McLean.
but this is almost. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is feeling a little difficult. I mean, because
Them dirty boogers
there's
need
plenty
to
of
go.
like. You can tell us plenty of other reasons, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like why? I mean, you have other reasons outside of just you don't like their kind, right?
Well, their kind, it's their kind and our kind, okay? Look at it like, think of it like this, okay?
All right.
Gigantopithecus,
Yeah.
fucking Neanderthals, Hobbit people, they're not
Yeah.
around anymore,
No.
right?
Well,
Because
theoretic- well, maybe
because they're lesser than us.
Floriensis. Oh.
They're lesser.
Well, I mean, Homo floriensis was definitely smaller, and
They're
it's
shittier.
possible they're still. Well, I mean, they're smaller. I don't know that they're.
And then fucking liberal media is trying to shove this alternative lifestyle nonsense down our throats talking about how our ancestors may have fucked some Neanderthals, which is some horse shit. My great-great-great-grandpappy never fucked no monkey, no Neanderthals, no Homo erecti. This is some liberal media bullshit, Jason McLean. Some liberal media bullshit. And I can't stand for it. I'm all about our race. The human race.
Yeah, this is out of morbid curiosity. Did you have plans for uniforms for our little group, the BS of A?
Well, I didn't really think too much about uniforms, but that's a good idea, Jason McLean. I'm thinking we do name tags. What do you think?
I don't. Yeah, this is really making me uncomfortable with that. I mean, name tags are fine. I mean, everyone loves a good name tag, but I feel like you have more planned for this, maybe?
Well, yeah. Well, we're gonna have similar hairstyles. I'm gonna try to rock a Kim Jong-un.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, well, I think you could. I think you absolutely could. But like
think I
some
could
of us,
definitely pull
the
it
whole
off,
hair thing is not really going to work.
I just gotta kind of grow it out and part in the middle. Shave
yeah,
the sides a
right,
little
which
more.
is fair. Like, yeah, it's a dope haircut. It's a dope
maybe
haircut.
gain
It
a
would look
little
good on
weight.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, say what you will about Kim. He definitely has, well, it's Un, but, Kim, we know him as Kim. He's got some, he's a dictator and all, but he's got a good fit. Like when you see him, like he's definitely overweight, but I mean, like his look is tight. I get that. I think it would look good on you. But like those of us who don't have hair, right? Like I feel like the whole hair thing would be problematic. Did you have?
And you know what the one good thing about North Korea is, Jason McLean?
Yeah,
it's booger free.
See, couldn't you call them like? There's no Asian Sasquatch or Korean or Sasquatch Koreans. I mean,
well, there's Yeti.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That's more China, and China's different from Korea. I mean, but fine. We can go with Yeti. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying.
We in Asia we call them chugars.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like these are that this is an epithet that you're going with here. Like this is.
Yeah, because people need to learn to be more racist towards Bigfoot.
Yeah,
I think we need to teach in our
I don't think that's
schools.
really the message you should be doing. I mean, this is almost like.
Well, you'd rather they teach us liberal media bullshit to our kids?
Well, no. I mean, I'm with you on that. That's definitely pushing a little far, but I just feel like the tone here. This is almost getting like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Pluto isn't a planet kind of vibes here.
All right, well, then I'm curious then. You're in this team. You obviously want to call them Sasquatch Americans. We need to be all politically correct, okay?
Well, yeah, we do.
But you're still on board, right? Yeah, you still want to kill them all?
Yeah, I do. Of course. There's plenty of very, very good, very valid reasons that Sasquatch Americans, Bigfoot, should probably be eliminated, at least from the continental United States, is all I'm saying.
Okay, well, if you're not racist against them, then why do you want to kill them? Jason, tell us your reasons.
Oh, many very valid reasons. Many valid reasons.
Enlighten us.
Plenty, tons of them. I mean, there's tons of reasons. Plenty of reasons. Tons of reasons. Obvious reasons.
Give us your backstory. Give us the backstory of that hate. Let that hate out in your heart.
I don't hate. You can't have hate in your heart. It's a bad place for it to be. I'm just saying there's lots and lots of reasons that should be kind of obvious.
Tell us. Share with us. There's people who here in this chat watching right now who probably don't know your story too well. They don't know your backstory. They don't know your origins.
Well, okay. I mean, outside of that time I spent with that particular 3-letter agency, I may have seen some things, done some things. I think we've proven that. That's why I'm here. Okay, look, the real reason I want him gone is because everyone wants to talk about Bigfoot. Bigfoot this, Bigfoot that. And then that's it. That's all anyone wants to ever talk about. We have 12 shows about trying to find freaking Bigfoot. But is there one television show about finding pterosaurs? No. Not one.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
one
because...
channel that's dedicated to finding pterosaurs. It's all Bigfoot and these primates just walking around erect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's like there's plenty of room for the pterosaur community. There should be some, and it just, if maybe they were gone, at least from the continental United States, right? If they were gone, then there'd be more room to talk about some of these other cryptids like the pterosaurs. That's all I'm saying.
So let me get this straight. So you want to kill Bigfoot because you want these shows to spend more time talking about pterosaurs?
Yes.
Because you're in this scene to talk about pterosaurs.
That's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here. I'm here to talk about freaking pterosaurs, right? I don't care about Bigfoot. I've never cared about Bigfoot. I don't care about the chupacabra. I don't care about any of them.
But you've been on so many shows.
I know, because there's nowhere else to go. No one else wants to talk about Bigfoot. Or they all want to talk about Bigfoot. They don't want to talk about pterosaurs.
Dude.
I'm over here like, hey, let's talk about pterosaurs. And they're like, no, we're going to talk about Bigfoot. Nobody cares about flying reptiles. They're flying reptiles. They might glow. They're dragons, for crying out loud. Dragons are cool. I'm a big hairy man who hasn't come up with math. That's not fun. I mean, sure, maybe once in a while. But whole television shows of people just running around being like, I haven't found Bigfoot. How is that entertaining? Go find a freaking dragons, all I'm saying.
Yeah, where them pterosaur shows at on Travel Channel?
Where are they? Get some bearded hillbillies running around looking for pterosaurs.
It's just weird.
You can shoot them out of the sky. It would be, people would love it. You wouldn't even need, like, buckshot would be all you'd need, because the bones have to be very thin, or they have to be hollow. That none of this I'm gonna magically disappear BS. It's a dragon. Just shoot it. You can call yourself a Draconis Extinctor. Imagine how cool that would be on a card.
So
I'm just saying, I want to talk about pterosaurs. I'm sick and tired of Bigfoot eating up all of the pterosaurs' oxygen. They aren't that interesting. You don't know enough about them.
If I go on YouTube on my phone, typed in the search engine, Jason McLean and Bigfoot, there's like a fucking million videos of you with like Tex and Rob in them.
I know, because everyone just wants to talk about Bigfoot. Like, it's the Jefferson Bigfoot Conference, the Alabama Bigfoot Conference. We're doing a conference, and there's Bigfoot on the freaking thing because everyone wants to talk about Bigfoot. All Tex and Rob ever want to do is talk about Bigfoot. Rob just wants to talk about how he had one throw a rock at him. Tex is like, I've seen them dancing through rocks while I was twerking it with my body glitter on. I just want to talk about pterosaurs! Those freaking booger lovers! I just want to talk about them! They lie to me all the time! I just want to talk about pterosaurs! Why is this so hard? Why do they lie to me, Donnie? Why?
Hey, jeez, Jason. Damn.
Why?
I didn't realize this. Oh, man. Yo, man, Jason, it's okay, man. Dude, I didn't realize the pterosaur thing really hurt you that bad. And you had to deal with that Bigfoot shit? Had to talk about boogers all day?
So many years.
Oh,
many years. I even had to put him on my book. He takes up most of my book. I couldn't even put the pterosaurs on my book because the publisher was like, no, nobody cares about the pterosaurs. I just want to talk about pterosaurs.
How about this? Okay, Jason, how about this, okay? You know, I've been feeling bad because I'm just here because I'm racist. You have like this weird deep-seated pain that these boogers have inflicted on you. How about this? Let's bring you on the first step towards healing, Jason McLean. How about from this point on in the show, I'll sit back. The rest of the show is yours for as long as you want, and for a change, I'll let you talk about pterosaurs.
Really?
Right now. You can just go. Just talk about pterosaurs.
The whole episode?
The rest of the episode, just, the floor is yours. Just open up your heart about pterosaurs and just explain it all.
I really appreciate this, Donnie. Thank you. It's been weighing on me for a while. I really appreciate this. Okay, I won't let you down. Okay, we're going to talk about pterosaurs. Okay, so here's the thing about pterosaurs.
This is the future. Evolution.
The Crossing Realms Conference launches September 19th and 20th and will dock in Richmond, Missouri. This is already being called the event of the year, folks, with an unprecedented list of speakers and special guests, 2 days of cryptids, UFOs, and paranormal presentations, along with a celebrity-filled ghost hunt, meet and greet, gallery reading, vendors, and a film screening. This promises to be both educational and fun. Go to Eventbrite.com to secure your tickets and vendor slots before they are all abducted. They're going fast.